What if I told you that there was once a single event that brought the entire gaming world to a standstill? A place where legendary console wars were waged, groundbreaking game announcements left audiences speechless, and the most unforgettable moments in gaming history were created. That place was E3, the Electronic Entertainment Expo. But like all great stories, this one has a beginning and an end. In this video, we're going on a roller coaster ride through the captivating history of E3, from its humble origins to its spectacular golden years and its ultimate inevitable downfall. Discover the jaw-dropping moments, the industry-changing announcements, and the behind-the-scenes controversies that shaped the expo. So relax, grab your favorite snack, and join me on this thrilling journey into the rise and fall of gaming's most iconic event. In the early 90s, video games were gaining massive popularity, with industry giants like Nintendo and Sega dominating the market. However, there was no centralized event for the gaming industry to showcase their latest products and innovations. This all changed when the Interactive Digital Software Association, now known as the Entertainment Software Association, or ESA, founded the Electronic Entertainment Expo, or E3. The first E3 was a groundbreaking event, taking place at the Los Angeles Convention Center in May of 1995. With over 40,000 attendees and major reveals, such as Sony's PlayStation and Sega's Saturn. It was a turning point in the industry. E3's inaugural event also featured a memorable keynote speech by then CEO of Nintendo, Howard Lincoln, who spoke about the future of the gaming industry and the importance of innovation. As E3 continued to grow, it became a mecca for gaming enthusiasts and industry professionals alike. The event provided a platform for companies to showcase their latest games, hardware, and technologies, while also offering invaluable networking opportunities for developers, publishers, and journalists. As the years went on, E3 continued to grow in both size and importance. The 90s and early 2000s marked the golden age of E3, with unforgettable moments like the announcement of the Nintendo 64 in 1996, and the reveal of the PlayStation 2 in 1999. E3 became the place for developers and publishers to showcase their latest and greatest, with each year's event outdoing the last in terms of spectacle and anticipation. It was during this time that E3 became the premier event for video game announcements and hands-on demos. From the introduction of iconic franchises like Halo and Assassin's Creed, to console reveals like the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, the Expo was the epicenter of gaming news. But it wasn't just about the games. E3 was also known for its elaborate booths, celebrity appearances, and extravagant parties. Companies like Activision, Microsoft, and Ubisoft spared no expense in promoting their latest titles, with some booths featuring live music, and even entire stage productions. E3 was a spectacle, and those lucky enough to attend the event were treated to an experience like no other. However, as the event grew, so did the costs and challenges associated with hosting such a massive gathering. In 2007, the ESA decided to downsize E3, transforming it into the E3 Media and Business Summit. This invite-only event was a stark contrast to the larger-than-life expos of the past. While E3 eventually returned to its larger format in 2009, the changes left a lasting impact on the event. Critics argued that E3 was becoming too focused on spectacle rather than substance. They believed that the show was losing sight of its original purpose, to connect gamers with the latest and greatest in the industry. This growing divide between spectacle and substance sparked debate within the gaming community about E3's future. During this period, the rise of mobile gaming also had a significant impact on the expo. With more gamers shifting their focus to mobile devices, companies like Canon and Zynga began to gain prominence. This shift in the industry's focus led to questions about whether E3 was still an accurate representation of the gaming landscape. As technology continued to advance, the way people consume gaming news also evolved. The rise of social media, live streaming platforms, and digital distribution changed the landscape of the industry. Companies like Nintendo began to take note, pivoting to digital presentations like the Nintendo Direct. This allowed them to reach a wider audience and control their messaging without the need for a massive event. Despite these changes, E3 remained relevant, with unforgettable moments like the reveal of the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in 2013, and the announcement of long-awaited titles like Final Fantasy VII Remake and Shenmue 3 in 2015. The digital era brought with it new challenges for E3, as the importance of live demos began to wane in favor of online gameplay footage and trailers. Gamers could now access information about their favorite titles with just a few clicks, reducing the need for an in-person event. E3 struggled to adapt to these changes, leading some to question the expo's relevance in the age of digital distribution. As the years progressed, E3's relevance began to wane. More and more companies started to host their own events or digital presentations, bypassing E3 altogether. EA launched EA Play in 2016, and Sony announced in 2018 that they would be skipping E3 entirely, a move that sent shockwaves through the industry. In 2020, the ESA was forced to cancel their in-person event, further accelerating E3's decline. The following year, they attempted a digital event, which was met with mixed reactions. While there were some notable announcements, the event was plagued with technical issues, and the lack of hands-on demos and in-person interaction further diminished its impact. Some critics argued that the expo had lost its soul, becoming the shell of its former self. During this time, a number of controversies also began to plague the ESA. In 2019, the organization faced backlash after a data breach exposed the personal information of thousands of journalists and content creators. This breach severely damaged the ESA's reputation, leading some to question the organization's ability to handle an event as large and complex as E3. The nail in the coffin for E3 came with the rise of alternative events and showcases. The Game Awards, PAX, and Gamescom gained prominence, attracting major developers and publishers and offering a more diverse array of experiences. As more companies pulled out of E3, the expo struggled to maintain its status as the premier gaming event. Smaller indie developers, who wanted to rely on E3 for exposure, found success through digital platforms, further reducing the expo's significance. The cancellation of E3 2022 hurt the expo even more. With ongoing financial pressures and the industry's shift towards digital events, it seemed to be the end of the line. However, the ESA soon announced plans to hold E3 the following year, from June 13th through 16th of 2023. E3 2023 would have been the first in-person E3 since 2019, and the ESA had even partnered with ReedPop, who are best known for events such as PAX, to bring us a new and revitalized expo. However, major companies such as Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft chose to skip the event in favor of their own digital presentations. Eventually, other companies, such as Sega, Tencent, and Bandai Namco, also pulled out, forcing the ESA to officially cancel E3 2023 due to lack of interest. But what does that mean for E3 2024 and beyond? As of right now, the future of E3 is uncertain. I would most certainly love if it could continue in some form. However, I fear this may be the end of the road for E3 as we knew it. Despite its downfall, E3's impact on the gaming industry cannot be understated. For over 2 decades, it was the place where gamers' dreams came true, where history was made, and where the future of gaming was unveiled. I never got to attend an E3 in person, and to someday attend the expo was one of my biggest dreams. I remember watching hours and hours of E3 coverage on G4 back in the day. I was unemployed at the time, so I would grab some snacks, plant myself in front of the TV, and watch every second of the amazing game reveals and announcements. And with the cancellation of E3 2023, I may now never get the opportunity to witness this amazing event firsthand. E3 may be gone, but its legacy lives on. The event has paved the way for a new generation of gaming events and showcases, all striving to capture the magic that E3 once held. The fall of E3 also serves as a reminder of the importance of adaptability and innovation in the gaming industry. As the world becomes more digital and interconnected, events like E3 must evolve to stay relevant and cater to the needs of both consumers and developers. With E3's demise, the gaming community is left to wonder about the future of gaming events. Will other expos rise to fill the void left by E3? Or will the industry continue its shift towards digital showcases and smaller, more sophisticated events? What is clear is that the gaming industry is ever-changing, and events must adapt to stay relevant. The rise of virtual and augmented reality, cloud gaming, and game streaming services are just some of the developments that will shape the future of gaming events. Regardless of the format, one thing is certain: the gaming community will continue to come together to celebrate the incredible world of video games. The passion and excitement that once defined E3 will live on in the hearts of gamers everywhere. And there you have it, the rise and fall of E3, gaming's most iconic event. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. And, as always, post your thoughts in the comments below. What are your favorite E3 memories? How do you think the gaming industry will evolve in the absence of E3? And what kind of events would you like to see in the future? So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.